And now, ladies and gentlemen, for something completely different, put your hands together for Frank Moshman. Moshman. I'll get it right one of these days. Yep. It's not on yet, but.
Comedy itself, trying to get this out of here.
That's number.
Okay.
Let me hear you.
How's this? A little louder.
Yep, we'll get there. Okay, Frank.
How's this? Can everybody hear me okay?
Yeah.
Okay, so a couple years ago, I auditioned for America's Got Talent. And I expected if I won, President Trump would have called me up and says, "Congratulations, Frank. As you know, I created reality TV. If not for me, you would never have had this opportunity." They say, "In all due respect, Mr. President, you did not help me win." They'll say, "What do you mean by that?" I say, "I did not have to tell any Trump jokes." So I just finished reading a book on stand-up comedy. I'm not sure why. I haven't figured out sit-down comedy. And sometimes I wonder, how much stand-up comedy can I do? I mean, I'm only 5'4".
Oh, there you go.
I need to learn how to handle insults. At open mics in New York City, I've been told, "Good job, Grandpa. What are you doing here?" And I can't wait to hear 18th century comedy. And they're right. I'm from the 18th century. I've been reincarnated 5 times. Did you know that reincarnation is making a comeback? You know, my brother-in-law keeps insisting to me there is no such thing as reincarnation. I told him, that's what you said to me in your past lifetime. I ordered a new epitaph for my grave to be continued. And I'd like to sponsor a reincarnation party. You're all invited to. Come as you were. And that's easy for me to do. I signed the Declaration of Independence, fought in the Revolutionary War, and worked at Colonial Williamsburg. Except I wasn't part of the reenactment. I was there. Now, they say that TV credits are helpful in getting comedy gigs. Well, that didn't help me too much either. First, I was on the Three Stooges. Mo was my boss, Curly cut my hair, and Larry was my spiritual advisor. Then I was on I Dream of Jeannie, but she couldn't even blink me a comedy gig. Then I was on a TV show in the Hudson Valley. I said to the owner of Crickett's Comedy Club in Thunder Bay, Ontario, I ended up opening for 4 shows one summer. So I asked him, "Did my TV credit get me this gig?" He says, "Oh no, I accept everybody." Now, I love Thunder Bay. Fun things to do, nice scenery, the women are gorgeous. But even there I couldn't hide my age. I went to Fort Williams Historical Park. Someone walked up to me and said, "Are you Frank Moshman?" I said, "Yes." He goes, "I know you from the history books." Okay, I'm old, but I'm not ancient. I do have a smartphone. I'm always asking people how to use it. Last August, Lynn and I celebrated our 23-year anniversary. I thought I'd get a standing ovulation. Now, I don't know how Linda feels about this, but I'm still carrying a photo of my ex. What do you think? Now, when they say, "Frank, what did you see in Linda?" Well, she's attractive, she's sweet, she has a sense of humor. Say, "Linda, what did you see in Frank?" Says, "I don't know, but I used to be very nearsighted." Linda and I always get along well, and we're always in sync. We even fought at the same time. Now, before I met Linda, I've had nothing but psychotic ex-girlfriends. And I have a nickname for all of them. There's Derelict Dara, Crabbo Cheryl, the Dawn and Out, Saber-Tooth Tiger, the Joan Ranger, the Connie Artist. And things actually worked on one of them until it ended kind of abruptly. I gave her a ring, and she gave me the finger. And before I met Linda, I did terrible with pickup lines. I said to women, I'm a famous chess player. Really? Yes. I'm looking to meet a woman to make some moves on. Heck, at my age, I do far better at chess than I do with women. It's easy to get mated. I also noticed that a lot of women in their 20s and 30s smile at me, and I'm realistic. I have 2 chances with them, slim and none. So I finally asked one of the women in the mall why all the women smiling at me. Well, we like you, we think you're cute, you have a nice aura, and we work on commission. And at my age, the job interview process is a lot different. When they say, Frank, where do you see yourself in 5 years? I'll say, retired. But I now work for a very small company. When I retire, the average age for employees is going to go down by 5 years. We also had a meeting at work. Everybody's asked, what keeps you up at night? First person goes, computer failures. Second person goes, deadlines. They got to me, and I said, Viagra. Now, speaking of the job, I'm an information technology IT person during the day and a starving comedian at night. And there's actually, my title is considered software tester. There are some people in my field that do cybersecurity work, and I'm not making this up. There's actually a job title called penetration tester. Not kidding. In fact, I went online. There's over 1,000 openings. Now, if I were to change IT jobs, I'd be very happy with horizontal movement. I'd consider an entry-level position. I'll even take an unpaid internship. Now, the typical things that you see in job listings might have a slightly different meaning for penetration tester. For example, salary based on experience, no dress code, all work is hands-on, pay for performance, potential for growth, and latecomers need not apply. Now, speaking of getting screwed, I recently bought a new TV. I bought one of those smart TVs, and I figured out why they call it a smart TV. Every time I turn it on, every time I sneeze, the TV turns on. Every time I cough, the TV turns off. Every time I fart, the TV turns on and off. In fact, I fart so often, it's like the TV is talking to me in Morse code. In fact, I fart so often, if the EBA charges with this fart tax, I would be bankrupt. Now, the TV costs $500. Not bad for a 50-inch TV. But then they wanted $200 to deliver the TV, $150 for the new TV stand, $150 to assemble the new TV stand, $100 to put the new TV on the new TV stand, $50 to move the old TV from the old TV stand, and $50 to recycle the old TV. I said, you think you'd give me a package deal? She said, sure, how about we'll give you Netflix and Hulu for $60 a month. I said, you think you can do better than that? He said, okay, we'll charge you $100 a month. And I got rid of one of those old tube TVs. I don't know, some people might not remember that, it's too young. You'll figure a fat screen TV with a big fat butt behind it like this. Like, first time I saw it, I thought it was pregnant. Now, it was actually very hard getting rid of the old TVs. So at first I tried Habitat for Humanity, said they won't take it. Then I called Goodwill, said they won't take it. Then I called the Joe Biden Foundation. First person says, I don't know what kind of TV that is. Second person says, I'm not sure if we take it or not. Third person says, how about we'll give it to the Taliban? And let's see. How about I'll end with my hypochondriac routine, so everybody tells me I'm a hypochondriac, and that makes me sick. I seem to be losing to everything. I'm reliving to myself. Every time I look in the mirror, I get hives. I tried going to a psychiatrist. All she could say is, Frank, don't worry. Take 2 placebos and pretend to call me in the morning. I'm the only person I know who's ever overdosed on placebos. I change my mind all the time. The problem is, the second mind is no different than the first. My friend said, Frank, I can read you like a book. Well, that sounded great until he told me the name of the book. The Idiot's Guide to Self-Image Psychology. I had trouble sleeping. First I tried counting sheep, that didn't work. Then I tried shooting at the sheep, but the noise kept me up at night. Then I went for broke and started counting Bitcoin. Well, that didn't work too well either. I went out of my crypto stash. I was bitten by a turtle. People can't stop laughing when I say that one at clubs. Slow reaction. I was slow to react. I was shell-shocked. There's a study that says most accidents occur in the privacy of your own home. I moved. I went to a doctor for a second opinion. Then he told me he was schizophrenic. So I asked him. I take my blood pressure so often, my blood pressure machine almost had a stroke. First time I took my blood pressure, I wasn't sure what to do, so I put the cuff around my neck. Almost choked to death. And finally, I went to the doctor to lower my blood pressure, but then it skyrocketed once I saw the bill. Thank you very much.
Frank, good job. Ladies and gentlemen, you don't know how hard that is to get up and try to make people laugh, and Frank, you succeeded. At least you make me laugh.